the sea bass, yes, right?
Yeah.
All right, show of hands. Who preferred the fish? Short rib?
Short rib.
All right, most of the short people like just joking. All right, here we go. Everybody ready? By the way, before we move on, let me thank Mr. Stephen DeJoseph. He has been playing the piano outside. Give him a round of applause, please. And if I may, before I introduce our next person, I want to recognize my partner of 12 years, who has been a steady for me and a counselor and an all-around best friend and best human being that I know, Jeremy Tardo. Okay, I want to welcome to the stage now. We're going to move on to a few of our final speakers and then get to our honoree. I want to bring up to the stage now Mr. Adrian Smith. He is TAA's Global Ambassador. Aidy, as we call him, is the star of The Three Drinkers. It's a fantastic travel series on Amazon whose latest season focused on cognac. Aidy uses this platform to advocate for neurodiverse people everywhere, and we want to welcome him back. He was here last year, but before we do, I heard that you were a son of the devil. Before people think I'm nuts, come up here and tell them what I mean by that.
It was my birthday yesterday. I'm a devil child. Halloween.
Halloween! So happy birthday, Aidy!
Yes, you can see my horns if you look very closely. Hello, lovely people, and what a pleasure it is to be back for a second year running and see so many familiar faces, but also new faces amongst the audience as well. And if you've not had a chance to chat yet, please do come up and say hello. That is why we are all here. Right, so I would like to talk to you about a couple of things tonight. But for those of you, first of all, who do not know me, I am Aidy Smith, and I'm the Global Ambassador for the TAA. What I essentially do with the TAA is go around the world, and on a global level, we raise awareness for the charity and for Tourette syndrome as a whole, because it's so important that we do. So, on one hand, I'm like a Tourette warrior, with my Tourette spear going out there, taking over the world. And on the other hand, I'm a TV presenter and radio presenter, and I go around the world essentially drinking alcohol for a living. I mean, someone's got to do it. And what I have done tonight is get some of the best alcohol I've tasted on my journey, and I brought it in. I autographed a couple of bottles. They are on the auction, so don't be afraid to go and have a little look at them. I might even sing you a song if you're the highest bidder of the Ace of Spades or Group Magnet. That wasn't on the teleprompter, so hopefully I haven't messed it all up. Right, move forward a little bit. Thank you. Interestingly, I am the only TV presenter in the UK with Tourette syndrome. I'm one of a small handful in the USA as well. In fact, you've got two of us here tonight as well, double whammy, because we've got another over here. Isn't that great? Yes. And also, fabulous job that you've been doing tonight, so thank you so much. That's a pleasure. So, as you've heard from David tonight, when we are in these positions, we have the unique ability to raise as much awareness as we can on a global level. And it has been an absolutely brilliant year for that once again, working with the TAA to do that. This year, for the first time in my career, I was able to, on the Amazon series, talk about how I have Tourette syndrome. And when I was doing little tics here and there, my hope is that you can pause the telegram. Sorry, I've gone off script. So, I'm terrible, aren't I? Essentially, it's the hope that when people see someone just naturally ticking on screen, they look at it and they think, that person's ticking. They must have Tourette's. Cool, okay. It normalizes it, and that's what we want. And the second thing we've been able to work on is a game-changing documentary, which is called Tourette's, The Truth Behind the Tics, which has gone out on one of the world's largest radio stations, Virgin Radio. And again, we debunk the stigmas, we raise awareness, we talk about the incredible superpowers of people who have Tourette's. And you can listen to that on Spotify. But here's the thing. While my title may be Global Ambassador, in actuality, every single person here tonight is an ambassador in their own way. We come in all shapes and sizes, colours, cultures, and creeds. We may have different flags or different beliefs, but tonight we come with a common goal, and that is to make this world a more understanding and kinder place to live in for those with Tourette's. Because the truth is, for people with TS, this room is one of the safest spaces that we have ever been. Last year I came here and I felt that way, and I feel it all again this year, and I love it. Every little minute I'm here, I am one of you, you are one of me. We get one another, there is no judgment. It is beautiful. With all that said, tonight I stand before you to present a very special youth award to an incredibly resilient and talented young individual. This person happens to be one of the most important ambassadors that we have, and that is a youth ambassador. And I'm going to tell you why that is so bloody important. So for those of us in the room who have Tourette's, childhood is one of the most daunting times of our lives. We have no idea what's happening to us. Many of us lose the friends that we once had, and the confidence we've been with just disappears. We fall into this dark void, and it's often a very, very lonely place. It's hard for me to recount my own past and what life was like, because for me, when my tics first began, the thing that I saw the most were the wooden panels on the stairs. You know, I would stand there with my hands on my head, looking at a wall until I stopped making those stupid noises, and that was my life for a little while. So I still have memories now when I fall asleep with these damn panels on the wall, because it was a very upsetting time in my life. It's a place that's filled with a lot of shame, and you know, the hope is that we can get past that kind of time that we've been through, and we're getting there. You know, I stand on those stairs and I cry until tears don't even come out my eyes because it's physically impossible. But things are changing. Back then I didn't have anyone to look up to. There were so few people who knew about Tourette's, it was just deemed as bad behavior. That was the way it was. But here's the thing, and yet there's doom and gloom, but we always focus on the positive. Here's the thing. Over the years, that is changing, and that is changing due to the courage and the perseverance of each generation that has come about. Things are beginning to change, and so much of this has to do with the younger, remarkable faces we see. People just like our youth ambassadors. I look at our youth ambassadors of today, and you know, people just like the recipient of our award who's coming up this evening, who I'm about to announce. And I am just sat and met with so much blooming hope. Instead of feeling this shame and hiding away their TS, they wear it as a badge of honor, and they wear it with an aim to inspire others to see their true potential. And it's this thinking that enables us to reach so many people via events, phone screens, tablet screens, radio, and so much more. They are literally a beacon of light to kids who are in such a desperate place and never feel understood. So they help them feel that they're not alone, and that is, honestly, that is what I wish for right now. That is why it's so important that we recognize the tremendous work that these brave and unstoppable Tourette champions are doing. On that note, the young lady who I'm about to ask to come on stage is a vibrant and dazzling example of just this. This year alone, she has reached over 6,800 people with her awareness and advocacy messages. This remarkable youth ambassador has delivered over 7 community presentations to schools and 13 presentations to Girl Scout groups. She's been featured and interviewed in magazines, podcasts, radio, and built a tremendous amount of awareness by her passions. And to top it all off, she's still found time to create a series of social media formats dedicated to raising awareness and debunking the stigmas around Tourette's. And wait for this, is my favorite part. She even, how is this even possible? She even flew a plane and did a presentation to 25 pilots at Kansas Hutchinson's Airport. It gives me great pleasure to announce that this year, the same.
Good evening. I would first like to start off by saying how honored I story, like so many others with this condition, includes the challenges of learning to live with tics, dealing with stares, and overcoming bullying. From the moment I became involved with the Tourette's Association of America, I felt accepted. I knew I wasn't alone. I knew I had a wonderful group of people, not just to support me, but to help me educate and advocate for myself and others. The Tourette's Association of America is an amazing platform that has given youth like me the opportunity to make a change in our communities. This spring, I was trained as a youth ambassador and had the opportunity to advocate for myself and others in Washington, D.C. on Capitol Hill. When being trained as a youth ambassador, I was given so many resources to help advocate and spread awareness in my community. When I left Washington after I was trained as a youth ambassador, I felt like I had a voice that mattered. Throughout this year, I've had the opportunity to give TAA presentations at my high school, Girl Scout Council, and even Space Camp. I've also had the opportunity to talk about tics and the TAA through pageantry and showing other girls like me that no matter what difference, disabilities, or disorders you might have, you can achieve whatever you put your mind to. First, I would like to thank Olivia Woodbridge. As a teen with Tourette's and pageantry, I've looked up to her for years, and I'm beyond grateful to say that she's my most amazing mentor and big sis. Next, I would like to thank my family. If it weren't for their support and constant encouragement, I wouldn't be the person I am today. I'd also like to thank my friends and fellow youth ambassadors. You guys never let me feel alone, and I'm extremely grateful for every single one of you. Lastly, I would like to thank the Tourette's Association of America and all of their staff on behalf of me and the other youth ambassadors for empowering us and inspiring us to reach for the future and not be stopped. Thank you.